don't do coffee dates.
No problem. We can just go get alcohol-free drinks somewhere.
How about dinner?
If she insists on dinner for the first date, she's probably more interested in the steak than in you. Any woman who truly wants to get to know you won't mind it being coffee or alcohol-free drinks in a bar. Yes, you can do dinner for the first date, but to be honest, it's actually a really good pre-screening mechanism. Does she want the food or does she want you?
Anybody have any ideas about this?
Foodie calls.
You think so?
I think if I was genuinely interested in someone, I really wouldn't care what it's.
You go wherever
it's
he
the
asks.
effort. It's the
Yeah.
effort. It's like, okay, this man genuinely wants to like get to know me, spend some time with me. The pre-screening, it makes sense, right? Especially if you're dating and you're in your 30s and you're really trying to weed the wrong people out if you have good intentions. So yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
Would you have had a different opinion if you were in your 20s or early 20s?
No,
No?
because I think I've always been a relationship girl.
Got it.
Like I've always
Okay.
wanted, yeah.
I think a coffee date is kind of easier too, because if it doesn't go well, then it's easier out.
Yes.
So like the dinner date has more of a like you're there longer.
commitment.
Yeah. So like not that dinner's bad, but I'm not against a coffee date because you can feel it out faster too.
Norma.
I think if you don't know the guy very well, I think as a woman or a lot of women, they'll be like, I don't know who this person is. I deserve the best, so I want to be taken to dinner. But yes, I have accepted coffee dates, whatever it is, because I did like the guy. But I think it's if you don't know who this person is, then you'd be like, no, let's go to dinner.
Jolie.
I normally would say like spoil me, but at this moment I've been on a couple really bad dates where I've like gone literally I went out the back door and called my
I cannot wait to hear about these. These
Oh
are
my
incredible.
God.
Oh, we're
So,
going to go over these. a
I,
little bit.
I actually like the coffee idea.
I love the
because
former
then you can
trophy
run
wife
away.
telling us about the bad dates. This is so great. I fucking love this.
Former.
Everything about this
Help,
makes me
I'm
happy.
kidding.
Awesome. Stacey, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with all of you guys. First off, coffee is freaking awesome. So I have gotten excited over coffee dates, like super excited. But yeah, like if you're serious about getting to know someone for sure, then the date can be flexible. Definitely coffee is awesome anyway. So
Michelle Martin.
yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Well, I'll help you out with this. Okay, I would agree with him, except he's wrong about coffee dates because one thing we had a Ryan Teraband here. One of the things he said is a date is what? Do you remember? Do you remember what it was, Tristan? It's a connection and an opportunity for sex. A connection and an opportunity for sex. If there's no opportunity for sex, it's not a date. It actually isn't. A coffee date has no opportunity for sex because it's during the middle of the fucking day. And so I would disagree with him on that. The reason why he's saying what he's saying is because he's wealthy and he shows signs of wealth. If you show signs of wealth, then yes, I understand why he's doing that. He's like, because I've been showing signs of wealth. I consistently have women try to use me for money. So taking them to a nice dinner is taking them down the wrong path. I would take coffee date, I would remove it, and I would put in mini golf. I would put in going to the fair. I would put in axe throwing. I would put in something else that's fun, or even just like he said, non-alcoholic drinks. Why is he saying that? Because they're cheaper. That he's not saying it because he doesn't want people to get drunk. He's being used for money, so that's his reality. That's why he's saying that. I highly recommend, gentlemen, that if you like a girl, I would not accept coffee dates. It's usually women who are suggesting coffee dates because they feel unsafe, and also don't split the idea halfway. It's like a girl needs to come to a place that's near your place. If she's specifically picking a place that's 45 minutes away from either one of your locations, she's doing so because she wants to let you know that we're going to have coffee in a public place during the daytime, and there is no possibility for sex. If there is no possibility for sex, gentlemen, listen, remember my whole thing about attention and compliance. If there is no possibility for sex, then this is not a date. You are getting attention from a woman, but you're not getting compliance. If I was going to go on a date with a woman, we're going to go on a date over here. I live next to the Aria. We're going to a place inside the Aria. We can go to Javier's or we can go to fucking Mastro's. We can go to any place that you want to go in there, but it's right next to my apartment. Because even if you don't, and this is back when I was single, even if you don't want to have sex with me, the idea that we're going to go on a date and there's no possibility that we're going to go have sex, that means we're not on a date. Does everybody understand that? And I'm trying to straighten this up for gentlemen. I'm not saying that the guy's wrong. What I'm saying is this is a guy who's probably wealthy and usually women are very attracted to him when he goes out on a date. And so he's trying to screen screen for financial predators. And in what he's saying, he's correct in not going to dinner, but I think he's wrong about the coffee date. I think there's what you should do. And again, Ryan Taraban says this, and I think it's really great. Do something you'd be doing anyway. Everyone in the world who follows me knows my favorite dessert on the planet is the butter cake at fucking Mastro's.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. I would go have the butter.
got me
Let
on
me
that.
tell you something right now.
He got me moved there, remember?
Yes, for sure. We would go to get the butter cake at Mastro's, and if the girl got up and said, "Fuck you, Michael Sartain," fuck you and the fucking horse you rode in on, you stupid motherfucker, and walked in, I would look at that butter cake and I wouldn't even think twice. I'd be like, more butter cake for me, bitch.
I don't
give
even
a
like
fuck.
sweets. I don't even like sweets, but he was like, "We gotta try this butter cake."
Dude, it's so good. It's like
so good.
the butter cake at Mastro's is like
It was good.
it's like a Krispy Kreme donut with milk in a cake. That's what it takes. It's so, I wish it was open right now, bro. It's so good. I used to go there and we'd get champagne and butter cake and nothing else. I wouldn't even order entrees. It was dope. Like Norma's nodding her head. You sit at the bar and do that. Why? Because I'd be doing that anyway. If you weren't even fucking here, girl, I don't give a shit. I would be doing that anyway. I recommend you guys go do things like Area 15. Area 15 is fucking cool. One of the coolest things about Las Vegas, Nevada is that we have Area 15. That place is so dope. You can even take kids there. The place, they have dubstep concerts and art displays. That place is fucking awesome. And I would go there even if I wasn't dating your ass. I would still go there. And that's what I recommend
So
you do.
that's what I do. So on every single date I do, I'm obsessed. I'm a big fair girl. Like if you like, I go to all the fairs, Orange County Fair. My favorite ride's the Zipper. I go play games. I love basketball. I'm the best at basketball. And like Dame Buster. So on every date, I always do that. And I don't like drink coffee. I'm not going to go on a coffee date. I'm not going to waste my time to drive to a coffee date when I'm not interested in that. My first date, I'll be like, let's have a drink. I have social anxiety. So like, I want to have an icebreaker. I want to play basketball. I want to go on the Zipper. I want to see if they can keep up with me. And it's not even about the money. I'll pay for them to go on it because like you said, I would do it with or without them. I just want someone to ride on the ride so I don't ride with a stranger.
EDC.
So I'm a single rider.
San Gennaro Festival. All the things here in Vegas.
And it's like, cool.
Yo,
Okay, we get along.
Skrillex is playing September 1st over at XS. I'm taking you coming?
Yeah, you
coming?
go.
All right, we're going. All right. I've got like a comp for Skrillex on September 1st. I'm bringing a bunch of girls there. And you know what's going to happen if none of the girls show up? I am going to get in a motherfucking mosh pit right in front of Skrillex. I'd be going there one way or the other. I do things I would do anyway. And that's what you guys should do. You should have enough of a fulfilling life that women get to join you for it, and then it's fun. I just happen to also like fucking Javier's and SDK and Masters. I like going there because I like going there. Those places are cool. So that's the whole thing. But if you're afraid of financial predators, what he's saying isn't wrong. I just would not recommend coffee dates. I think that's a bad idea.
I also have in my I'm fairly sure this is where Taraban took it, but like from my own essays, I've talked about coffee dates not being actual dates. They're safe, what I call safe dates.
Because there's no opportunity for sex.
Opportunity for sex. You're not at a lounge. You're not at a.
Is that your only?
No, we can have contact.
It's not the only thing. I'll tell you why. Because a coffee date is a safe date. That's what I'm saying. Meaning like you're in maybe you're at like Starbucks or wherever your favorite coffee house kind of thing, and you can have those conversations. Usually when women suggest a coffee date, it's usually because I don't trust this guy 100% and I need to be in a public place in case shit goes sideways. Straight out of my essays from like as far back as like 2012, So there's zero chance for sex. And it's not that guys are like, well, I better go and take her to the freaking lounge so that she can have 3 martinis, right? It's that the reason why that seems like a good idea is, at least to women anyways, is because it's a safe place, right? It's a public place. If the guy turns out to be a creep or he's like really weird, then at least I have the option to bug out, and there's a whole bunch of people that are around me and they're all stone cold sober because they're all high on freaking caffeine and sugar.
Shout out to caffeine and sugar, by the way.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Caffeine and sugar.
No problem.
Access Vegas.
Yes.
Sponsored
we
by
love the caffeine and sugar.
Caffeine and sugar.
Yes, we love
Titan cookies, baby.
Titan energy cookies.
But it's again, that's straight out of my essays from the early era, which is, and I talked about this then, is that it's basically what women will suggest if they're trying to feel you out,
correct,
like, to make sure that you're okay, and then maybe they'll go, okay, now we can go to Zook, okay.
Yeah, no, that's another, for me,
it's
like
pre-screening.
Again,
it's a pre-screening.
Often dates for me were very frequently, we find a cool DJ, like whatever, and then I would take her on stage, and if it worked out, cool. And if she saw somebody else she like, fucking take your credit card out, do it with me, guys, and you charge it to the game, and you just move the fuck on. That's the way it works, okay? Take your credit card out, you charge it to the game. I like it. Look, these hoes, they for everybody, but I love these hoes. That's what Juicy J says. The evolutionary psychologist, Juicy J.
Juicy J.
Click the link in the description and I'll send you an exclusive invite to my elite networking community where you can learn to meet high quality women today.